4 Prime Archetypes, Why We Do What We Do, written by Aaron Huey and Martina Kodrin. Now available on Amazon and Kindle and coming soon to audiobook.
Warriors and wizards are the ones that struggle and triumph in the body care stuff, in making sure that, you know, if they find themselves in an experience of their own body that they are dissatisfied with, they feel like they're overweight, they don't feel good anymore, their body's been, as Tom Terwilliger would say, whispering, shouting, slapping them with health issues, and they suddenly make that, you know, the warrior makes the vow and the wizard says, okay, my body is the flaw. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to master it. I think there's a general kind of idea that warriors are going to be the strong ones. Wizards have mastered the body. And in fact, one of my business partners who competed professionally and semi-professionally in bodybuilding, total wizard. Tom Terwilliger, who's been a buddy of mine for many, many, many years, very much a warrior, but you cannot be a professional bodybuilder or a competitor in fitness and not have a extremely active wizard side, because as any warrior will find out after 3 years of going to the gym and saying, how come I keep hitting these plateaus, is because it's not about the weight you're lifting. It's your gut health. There's a science that you have to master behind fitness and taking care of your body. It's not just how much you lift or how far you run. It's not.
I was just going to say, you can go total warrior, but then you're going to need a coach who's a wizard to get through those plateaus.
Exactly right. And warriors tend to burn out their bodies because they I just got to lift more weight. I just got to get stronger. It's not just that. And anybody who gets really into, like I said, body fitness, bodybuilding, yoga, they start to enter into the science, the mastery. This is where that single archetype, you might start the experience of athleticism in warrior, but you're going to end in wizard. You're going to end in mastery, and that is the wizard's path. The warrior must stay active. And this is the way I like to say it. It's like when I'm at my best fitness-wise, my warrior is the one that gets me out of bed in the morning. Like the alarm goes off, or I get up before the alarm, because that's what starts to happen, right? The warrior, your body is like, the alarm's coming, and you go into alert mode. And my warrior throws me out of bed. Like I just stand up. And it's like, can't go back to bed now? Turn on the light real quick. Can't go back to bed now? Quick, go to the bathroom, drink water. Can't go back to bed now. And it forces me out of bed. But then what I'm going to listen to with music, what I'm going to do today so that I don't do what I did yesterday, and I burn out the muscle and then I don't want to go to the gym at all, tracking my fitness, keeping the journal and everything. It's all wizard. It's all wizard. Warrior's just going to go throw lead. Wizard's going to say, we got a routine here. We got a system. We got a process we're going to go through.
So would you say that, people after New Year's making resolutions, is that more of the warrior or yeah?
And Bard, quite frankly, they're just, it's, I don't feel good and I'm going to do it, I promise. And then by February 14th, oh yeah, I was going to do that. The warrior makes the vow.
Then there's, Valentine's Day and all the other holidays coming up.
Yeah, the warrior makes the vow, right? Yeah. And remember, in the book, we talk about that warrior vow. This is the promise that you make, that you will always or you will never, right? Martina, you and I made a vow this morning. Our warriors took over in a conversation. We were talking about let's keep each other accountable. Let's send pics from the gym. This is how many days we're going to go per week minimum. This is how we're going to start. These are some goals we're set up, and it's just the basic. But yeah, and you started it because it's like you threw yourself out of bed with it. You were like, all right, you want an accountability buddy? And I was like, yes. And you're like, damn it. But your warrior said it before your bard pulled back. Your jester says that doesn't sound fun. Your wizard comes up with all the reasons why you should do it differently. You just made the promise. You said yes first. And I said yes in response. It's like, crap. Well, now we promise.
The wizard was where I said 3 times a week.
Right.
because the wizard was already... Okay, so I could do 3. I don't know if I could do 4. And 2 is a bit not enough for me. So yeah, let's go with 3.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And but this is where we'll go next. As you and I say, okay, we can keep a promise because we didn't discuss when goals are due by. We didn't discuss, certain points. And your wizard brain, as a fitness coach, your wizard brain is going to say, okay, it's got to be here, and this is smart, and this is realistic, and this is reasonable, and this is safe, and my warrior brain is going to try to get to that point where I suffer and my body yells at me if I don't go, right? Mm-hmm. But when? What does this process look like? How's this going to look? What are the details of the promise that we're going to keep? Not just we're going to make a promise. And see, that's why the warriors can fail, because they just make a promise and they don't have a system in play. They fire aim. Whereas the wizard, if we just go aim, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this many push-ups at this many times a week, and this will equal this much calorie burn. So I've got to eat this much. At some point, just do a push-up. Like, just start. Get one done. The warrior gets one done. The wizard figures out by when. And so this fitness goal, this relationship to your body, as Tom Terwilliger, who's, like I said, just look him up, folks, as you're watching this. Look him up. Tom Terwilliger. Trust me, the right one will show up, especially since we're talking about fitness. Right? There is a body rapport that warriors and bards have. Wizards do not possess body rapport until they realize the importance of it, create a process to establish it, and then master it. And then once they do, and you're one of those, Martina, is that once you understand that body rapport, someone could come up to you and go, my neck's hurt. And you're like, you're deficient on blah, blah, blah supplements. And it just so happens that, but that's because you've mastered.
That's exactly what I do. That's exactly what I do. No, it doesn't matter if the person comes up to me and says, what should I do because I have pain here and there? Or if they just say, I have pain here and there, I'll go, yeah, that's because your lifestyle is like this and this, and you should probably look into this and this. And then if you do this, and then I start showing exercises.
Right. Because you have the process, you have the system,
and
you have
I'm
the
usually
formula.
right.
Yes, because you have studied it long enough that you've mastered it. And as you know as well as I do, being a fitness coach, that even the fitness coaches go into the slumps. And suddenly 3 weeks, you're like, oh gosh, now I don't want to go. When it's your life before, but the natural body rapport, the people who possess natural body rapport, being able to talk to their body and listen to their body and feel their body and let their body communicate to them. Warriors and bards, because warriors depend on their body so much, because it's just a tool for them to accomplish their mission, vision, passion, purpose. So they have to be in touch with their body. However, warriors have the ability to not listen. They can bulldoze their own bodies.
Yeah.
Bards can't. Remember we talk about in the book about what it's like when bards, warriors, jesters, and wizards get sick, right? That warriors can just be like, I don't care if you've got the flu. I got to go shopping today and I got to get to work because I need to earn money. And you do, and you spread the flu to everybody, right? Because you just ignore your body, because you warrior up. But you can feel it. You just know how to not listen. You know how to ignore your environment to accomplish the mission at hand. But you hear it. Because warriors can only ignore it so long. Bards can't ignore their bodies. Because like warriors, their body is the vessel from which all things emanate from and all things return to. The audience's experiences you feel in the body, then you utilize your body to create an experience for the audience. Wizards do not naturally have body rapport. They are in their heads and they are stuck there until such time they decide to master body rapport. Then they're better than anybody else. And we talked a little bit about jesters. They're just naturally body people, but they're not there to think about it. They're not there to analyze it. They walk barefoot in the woods because it creates an experience. Exactly. So I just really want to feel nature. Now, that's something that a bard would say. A jester just is barefoot. If you know a jester archetype, there's a good chance they have spent a significant portion of time barefoot. And this is why the hands and the feet are the symbols of the jester. It's because it's the experience, but it's not analysis. If you ask them to sit in analysis with it, and it's fun for them, they will. But it's just the moment that you're doing it. It's not some deep esoteric truth for them. The deep esoteric truth for a jester is, I lived a year barefoot. Oh, what was that like? Barefoot? Like I was barefoot. What do you think it was like? What do I think? I'm not thinking about it. I just remember I was barefoot for a time. Did you like it? Yeah, until I stepped in dog poop. But yeah, of course I did. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it, right? And the other three archetypes have to use, connect, try, experience, master the body. Jesters are born in their bodies and they're just being the body.
Exactly. It's more of the experience than anything else. Yeah.
So the fitness pursuit, whether it's dieting or, you're going to start going to the gym, do cardio, you're going to create a yoga discipline, whatever it is. Warrior and wizard this. Don't just warrior up. You're going to injure yourself just warrioring up. Your wizard knows injury points. Wizards can overdo it too. Wizards can make the wrong decision.
I'd actually say that the first step is to go either into your warrior or the bard to actually feel what your body needs, right? So that you don't just bulldoze because you see a picture and you go, oh, I want to look like them. That might not be even achievable for you. It might not be good for you. It might bring you, extra pain or illness or whatever. So first step would be to connect with your body.
Yeah, there's something you said that's really important here.
System. Yeah.
There's something you said that's really important here about connecting to a picture versus connecting to your body, right? It's the bard or the warrior that's going to look at that picture in the grocery store aisle of that airbrushed, half your age anyway model that may have enough money that they have a personal trainer and they have someone who's cooking meals for them, or they've just been photoshopped and airbrushed, right? You don't know what
even
the truth is.
Even they don't look like themselves.
Even they don't look like themselves. And it's the bard and the warrior that says, I need to look like that. Maybe for different reasons. Like, for example, when you and I were talking earlier, my response is I want to get back into fighting shape. I want my kicks back. I want my fighting shape back. And I don't need to be 175 pounds at 54 years old. I need to be in fighting shape because I want to live I want to live aggressively and passionately, and that means my body has to be in fighting shape.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I need to host a six-pack for other people. The bards need to host a six-pack for other people. And that's where they disconnect from their own body. That's what people want me to look like. That's what I need to look like so that other people listen, love, like me. Right? Now, we can't put that down. And I know it's easy to try to say, well, that's not real and that's not accurate. It may be risky for your health to do that. But that's the bard's job, is to give the people what they want. The old Kinks song. That's what they do. That's why they write and why they dance and why they act and why they sing, is because you want it. You want it from them. And they are giving you the gift of their soul. And that sometimes means looking good. And do they benefit from it? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes not.
Sometimes. Yeah.
But that's not the first body rapport approach. The first body rapport approach, the way a warrior, the way a wizard would handle it, is, how do I feel? Now, that's a barred question, but how do I feel? Where do I hurt? When do I hurt? Why do I hurt? Where does the hurt come from? Where does the hurt travel to? It's like, my shoulder hurts. That's a wizard statement. But a wizard in mastery will say, my shoulder hurts. It's radiating down from my neck somewhere around C4, C3. And that happened when I was in a car accident at 14 years old. Maybe I don't believe in chiropractors, but I don't want to take meds. I wonder if yoga would help. And they research it and they find YouTube videos that say neck exercises for beginners. And they're like, oh no, it actually feels good. And they begin to discipline themselves through the knowledge of what they're experiencing. But that first question, how do you feel, is a hard one for wizards to ask. They don't do it naturally. And warriors on the other side are like, my shoulder hurts. I better go lift weights. Right? Maybe not.
Fight fire with fire.
Fight fire with fire, right? Let's burn everything down. But again, you take that warrior and you take that wizard and you put them together. The archetype of the warrior and the wizard mixed, the sniper, the combat engineer, right? The battle mage. You're not going to approach the battle like a warrior. You're going to win the battle like a warrior, but you're going to approach it like a wizard. You're not going to lift more like a wizard. You will, as a wizard, and I've seen wizards do this in the gym, they will sit on the workout bench in the gym watching videos of working out for 20 minutes to get the right technique before they lift that bar once. Is that bad? Is that good? It's like, just get one done. Get a set done. But when they do finally lift, they lift correctly. Their posture's good. Warriors throw their backs out
first. That's the other thing. Exactly. That's the other thing. You're going to start going to the gym and noticing people and they go hard. And then all of a sudden they disappear because they had an injury, because they were just bulldozing through everything. So yeah, it's got to be both. It's got to be both. So I don't even know how we got to this point, but the point is, get the book, read more about it.